Everybody, it's time for Memoves. Check in with our zones now. So let's talk about the zones again a little bit. Remember that we have our green folder here, has some important things to keep in mind. Let's talk about the red zone. In the red zone, we're mad, terrified, aggressive, yelling, mean, angry. That's how we are when we're in the red zone. If you're in the blue zone, you're feeling exhausted, sad, sick, tired, bored, shy, overwhelmed, silly, excited, uncomfortable, confused, frustrated. Relaxed, okay, focused, thankful, calm, happy. So, a couple things to talk about with the zones. Everybody has one of these, right? Everyone has zones through the day. So yesterday, I was feeling, when I first woke up, I had a bunch of emails. I felt like I had so much to do. I felt like I had so much to learn. And I was in the yellow zone. I was feeling frustrated, overwhelmed. So this was the first part of the day. So here's what I am going to do. I'm going to, with my dry erase marker, I'm going to cross these two out. This is out. I started out in the yellow zone yesterday morning, okay? After I got started with my work, after I made some progress, I started feeling calmer again, and I got myself back into the green zone. So let's see. Here's what I would do now, I would say, for the I was in the green zone, okay? Now, I was in the green zone for a good part of the day yesterday, but then I would have to say that later on in the day, I started feeling in the blue zone. Blue zone later on in the day. And the way I was in the blue zone, I was just feeling sad. I was feeling sad that that I missed all my students. I missed my friends. I also feel bad for my teenage boy. We just moved into a new house, and this was going to be our wonderful chance to spread our wings and to live life the way we wanted to. And it's just not working out the way we had expected. And I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was feeling sad. We're still doing fine, but there's so many things that he cannot do also. And it's sad and it's frustrating. So I felt a little sad in the afternoon because I was thinking about that. And then for the rest of the day, I was calm and relaxed. So I would say that I was in the green zone for the rest of the day. Now, it's interesting when you look at this, look at your zone throughout the day, we're thinking about what was the thing that got you in each zone. So if I were in the red zone, I would want to know what caused me to go into the red zone, and then what were the ways that you got out of the red zone? What ways did you get out of the yellow zone or the blue zone to get back into green? Okay, that's what we're talking about here. This is the important thing about that. So it starts by just charting your day a little bit and being like, you know, I got into the red zone because I was fighting with my brother and he was making me mad and I felt frustrated. But then we made up and we had some lunch and then I felt better again. I felt calmer. Maybe I needed to eat something, or maybe I needed to just sit and read a book. Something else to remember about the zones. Everybody has this in their green folder. These are your zones tool menu. These are all the different ways that you can get back into the green zone if you're in the yellow zone, blue zone, or red zone. There's so many things. Let's talk right now about size of the problem. Okay, so what if I was feeling really anxious about this one video that I didn't do right, and I was frustrated because I just am trying my best and it's just getting harder and harder to me. And I was in the yellow zone because I wasn't happy with this film. So, but then when I do size of the problem, I can say to myself, now is not liking a film that you did a small problem, a medium-sized problem, or a large problem? You know, it really is a small problem. I can go back and I can re-record something else that I might like better, right? So we're looking at the size of the problem. Getting into a fight with one of your siblings. Is that a small problem, a medium-sized problem, or a big problem? You know, I get into fights with my siblings once in a while, and is that really a big deal, or is it just in the moment it feels like a big deal? When you look at it in the big picture, having a little fight with my siblings really is pretty much of a small problem, right? So I'm using small size of the problem to help me keep some perspective about what's really a big problem and what's not not really worth worrying too much about, okay? Here's another thing that I'm doing. Here's something that I did to help me get back into the green zone. I went for a walk. I was feeling frustrated and tense and nervous and overworked, and I went for a walk. I got my body moving. I walked for a long time. I looked out at the beautiful nature, and it got me back into the green zone. So I'm challenging you again to choose a couple of these strategies. Everyone has these in their green folder to use to help you stay in the green zone during the day. And again, if you're in yellow or red or blue, you're still a wonderful, good person. It just means that you're having a hard time. But you know what? Even if you're having a hard time, you're still a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful person. So don't forget that, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and do. Okay. It's been a couple days since we've done our calendar. So today is Thursday. Thursday, April 16th, 2020. Today's Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Friday. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31 days of school. So we have 10, 20, 30, 31 days of school. Let's look at our clock. Clock. 15, 20, 12:45, 1 o'clock. What time do you usually eat lunch during the day? Sometimes I eat lunch around 1:30, 2 o'clock. If we would be having our chill time, we'd be starting writing. Free choice. What time do you usually have dinner? No, that's a little too early, right? What time do you have dinner? Probably more like in the evening. An early dinner around 5 maybe, or 5:30. Around 6 o'clock or 6:15. Maybe even for the day. The thought for the day is be kind to yourself. What does that look like, being kind to yourself? Talk. If you're having a hard time doing something, instead of saying, God, I'm so dumb, I can't do this. I can never do these kinds of things because I'm not smart enough. You can say, you know what? You can do it. You're a good person and you're a smart person and you can do it. You've done hard things before and you've done fine. Just give it the best shot and do your best. Having a growth mindset, instead of saying, I don't know how to do this, you can say, I'm going to learn how to do this. I don't know how to do it yet, but I will learn how to do it. That's having a growth mindset, and that's using positive self-talk. Those are ways that you can be kind to yourself. You can also be patient with yourself. If you are having a hard time, just say to yourself, I know you're having a hard time, but it's okay. You're still a really good person, right? So don't forget that. Be kind to yourself today, all right?